were talking with my wife and we were like,
With who?
with my wife.
You hear that? I told you that hand. It's not. It's just not moving. It's moving because of a purpose behind something. Recently married, my dear.
Disappeared and got married so that we come back to this podcast.
He's out of the league.
Yeah.
We are still fighting the fight, but he is out.
So we're reflecting on the fact of how people fall into sexual sin. And we're like, yeah, this is a lot of work. Just to find yourself falling into it.
Yes.
Because it needs planning.
Now we can talk purity and sexuality. Yes. Thank you for introducing.
Like, it requires a lot of planning. Especially when it comes to sexual sin and falling into sex with someone physically. What I'm trying to communicate is the fact that it requires some certain things, especially when it comes to certain sins that we happen to start living with, it requires effort to sin. Effort. Because you just don't stand up and be like, I want to go sin today. No. You wake up and the first thing you do, you start listening to a good song that you know will put you in a good mood. And then a movie that you're watching contributes somewhere. And then you pick up the phone and you're like, let me check up on the sister, how's she doing? You're just checking up most. She's a sister in Christ.
Just a sister in Christ.
You call and you're like, oh, by the way, where are you? No, I'm just bored, man. I'm just home alone. I have chicken here. Wouldn't want to come eat, I like the way you cook, So why not? Oh, no, yeah. The sister's like, yeah, no, I'll come cook for you. We're just saved, most. We're Christians. Why are we? Yeah, we're just cooking together. Good meal. As a guy, if you are not the neat-free guy, your room or the bachelor flat you're living in is mostly
dirty.
Unarranged. Let's use that word. Dirty is deep word.
Call what it is, my dear.
But then you have this day because someone is coming, you clean everything. I'm not saying that. That's why I said
I'm just
some of
your
us
leg.
that are not neat freaks. They are the neat freaks because, some brothers you wouldn't even want to enter with shoes in your house because, But when you look at that point, when you get to see how everything is arranged, you are saying there was no motive. Even the chicken, you are lying, it was not even in the fridge. You had to go buy quickly and come back before she comes so that she can come cook the chicken.
So literally you planned?
Yes. One person within that falling is planning the falling. The falling.
But also sometimes it's really not as obvious planned as you just gave the scenario. It could be, there would be that scenario where someone planned exactly the same way. But others could be those small things that piles up. You find a Christian, okay, now this is my own opinion. You find a Christian guy or a Christian lady, they're listening to secular music. Love music,
it's another topic for another day.
Not secular music as maybe, okay, even One Blood is just love music, guys. They always talk about marriage, my one what, my what. All this, right? You are listening to this. You are watching normal movies that are not clean in it, and every day you are here there having discussions about the other sex and how they are attractive here and there. All these small discussions, you as a single person, where is it leading you to? Right? Sometimes we set ourselves up for failure. And then now this one day you find yourself with this person and the emotions are high, the both of you maybe are attractive, and then you end up doing it and you say it's a mistake. Maybe it's a mistake there because you didn't plan. But every single day as you are living, you are doing what? You are planning for that day. And the enemy is helping you And you will find some Christians who, when you say, I don't listen to secular music, they were like, why? Why? It's not a sin. It's not a sin, yes. But it will lead me away. So when we set ourselves up for success as Christians, it also helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the topic of purity will cover it
Yes,
in
how
depth
and
later.
did you keep your purity until the ring?
Yeah.
How was the process? So we are not going to talk about it because we were going to expose ourselves. You can talk about it because there's someone already. Yes. How do you keep your purity? Did you keep your purity? How was the process and how did you get the victory? Please don't give us the whole testimony. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Um,
And what was their challenge?
I think within purity, it's easy when you're not in a relationship. Like you are able to notice things from far as well when you're not in a relationship. Like, oh no, this road is not leading somewhere. This is gonna lead me where I wouldn't wanna be. But the good thing of God is just the beauty that He sets up people in your life. Because before I was in a relationship, I have organized my life that there won't be that close proximity with another gender so that we can say there was a mistake one day. Even for the times that I've lived alone, I had someone to keep me accountable. That if there's someone at my house that is not the same gender, they should know. And try by all means not to invite only one sister at my house. To come do what? Do what? Like, I'm in a house with 3 bedrooms. I invite someone. We are sitting in the sitting room the whole day. But we're talking about
Talking about Christian stuff.
so
The Bible.
which I was like with the help of friends, be like, there is a level of Christianity that we need to keep. There is a level of a life that we need to live as Christians, and a life of boundaries and restrictions is a life we are called to.
Yeah.
Because not everything supports our lifestyles on earth, and we need to be careful as well of that. Because you will be challenged to want to listen to worldly songs, and I don't have an issue with worldly songs, but please, if they are leading you somewhere, why are you entertaining them?
Yeah.
That's like entertaining a girl that is interested in you and you're still playing hard to get, but you're okay with her to come to your place.
Sure.
This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because one day you are prone to fall. So, same way, my journey has been like that. A journey of wanting to cut off some stuffs, taking breaks from movies if I know now they're not helping, taking breaks from social media if I know this week I know where it might lead if I continue again. So it was not perfect, like rigid, but through the struggles, there were times I would consult friends, I consult my pastor as to, I think one day I rocked up in my pastor's office and I was like, life is not doing well. And that's where he gave me a book called Modification of Sin by John Owen, which is a good book. I read within that period, I think I read only 3 chapters and I was like, we are good now.
You're good. You're good to proceed.
But now we are reading with, I'm reading with 2 other brothers. We want to finish it, and as well, after finishing it, we want to use it for younger men or other men as well, or to start opening up the group to other men when it comes to dealing with sin. And so it's been a struggle of before you rise up today, but also noticing as to why am I falling? And my mentor always told me something, and he said that in spite of a fall, run to the feet of Jesus.
Yeah.
And I think we miss that. Within our walk with Christ, we get to run away from God while we are supposed to run towards Him. When we have fallen, when we need Him the most, we run away from Him while we are supposed to remain at His feet. And that's the journey. That there are other people that when you are talking about purity, they will tell you, oh no, yeah, I nailed it. But what is purity itself? It's keeping our minds, our thoughts, and everything pure for the glory of God. And if we find ourselves falling in that journey, what do we have to do? Return back.
And even our attitudes.
Yes.
There are 5 types of sins, right? The one of action, physical, words, attitude, thoughts, and then intention, I think.
I mean, it's just sins.
Yeah, no, they are sin, but
and they all contribute to one another.
But the most focused sin on it's the physical, the action, what you do, right? But our attitudes as well. Your attitude can also be a sin. Your thoughts, your words can also be a sinful. Even your intention, why you're doing that, can also be sinful.
Yeah.
Can look like sinful. I mean, sin can also be a sin. So that point that you brought is very important. Where, like when you say that, some people they say, no, I nailed it, I was not sinful. But in your thoughts, what are you thinking? When you look at the man passing by, masculine and all that, what are you thinking? Or woman that is well dressed, what are you thinking? What is running through your mind? It's also sinful. So I think for the other thing, I don't want to bring myself on spot. I don't want to put myself on spot. But one thing...
I thought we were honest in this podcast.
We are very honest. But some of the things are very... I must protect myself. I'm a woman.
I'm just joking.
My brother, you must make research to come to me. I can't give you everything. You must make your research.
So you're afraid of sharing the information because they would know and they'll come with the perfect words.
Yes.
Why not?
The brother must make a research.
Why not? Maybe he has been praying and the answer he needed will come out of this video.
No, the Lord will give him the answer other way around.
Oh.
Not through me. He must pray and make research. Sissy also she's agreeing with me. But anyways... What I'm trying to say is that sometimes the moment you start feeling like a victim, that will open a huge door for you to sin.
Yep.
When you feel like, yeah, I have been doing this, right, I've been doing that, but the Lord, be careful of that. It's just a short caution there. Never feel like a victim. And the enemy uses that victimization trick to make a lot of people fall.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Really, if you want to listen more on sin, the other podcast, the episode we did on sin, I think we did with Morgan. It's very helpful if you go on our channel on YouTube or Spotify. But what I want to add on is just the fact that, man, the greatest enemy of men is men. Because it's you yourself that tells yourself, Kushani, no, I have sinned before the Lord.
3, 2, 1, action.
All right. Have you ever noticed that, like when you are trusting God for something, right? Or maybe for Him to answer or tell you something, maybe you want Him to answer something, to say either yes or no. And then you pray, you fast, you read your word. You also try to maybe go next to someone, maybe we say things that, the word that you want the Lord to say, but He just keeps quiet.
Keeps quiet.
He doesn't say anything, he doesn't say no, he doesn't say yes, he doesn't even give you a sign, He's just silent on you.
Totally.
Totally.
Up to now.
And then, no, I'm trying to bring a thought out.
Okay.
So, and then from there, while we are doing your other stuff, and then He answers you. And then you're like, but Lord, now I'm not fasting, I'm not even breaking, I'm not even praying. But you're just giving me the answer that I wanted. When I was doing that, you didn't do that. Right? Him trying to say that all that you're doing, if I don't want to answer, I will not answer.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that even if you try to put all what you want to put there, if the Lord says that you need this for you to realize who you are and who I am, He will allow it. So I'm agreeing with the fact that you said that sometimes the boundaries that we put might not really protect us because we are human. We will fall. But that should also not be an excuse for us to fall because we are human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think my encouragement always comes back to this point of we're reflecting with the brothers as well when we're in the first topics of the book that we are dealing with, modification of sin. And then we're talking about the whole thing of like, have you realized how your life is so peaceful when you're having your devotions? When you're having your prayer time scheduled, spending time with the Lord, praying, reading His scriptures, and then your life goes well, so smooth. Yeah, there are temptations, but you are very at peace because you are seeking God first in everything. But keep a week away from you are too busy, devotions are not happening, prayer is the 5-minute one or 5 seconds even now. Your life becomes a mess. Yeah. So what I'm trying to communicate is just that, man, if we seek God earnestly every day, sin will be a least of our problems. Because we'll be tempted, yes. But the fall won't be possible because our minds are just focused on God. And the more we are seeking God, the more He's pruning us. Because the more we seek Him, the more He's dealing with some certain issues in our hearts. Anger issues, pride issues. He's dealing with it. But when we keep Him away, we're like, then we are saying to Him, we can do it.
But you know what? I almost say that when you say that, the more you are seeking the Lord, the more peaceful your life is. I almost say that, but sometimes when you are seeking the Lord, it seems like a lot of things are just going otherwise.
I'm not saying
there
peace.
Are those times.
I'm not talking about the peace of this world, please.
Okay, you're talking about the peace of the heart.
Peace that comes with Christ.
Yes, okay.
The peace where, in spite of the situations,
yes,
you are at peace. In spite of the situations, you have joy in your life and you know that the Lord is in control.
Yes.
In spite of this thing is not looking like it's going to happen. But still, you know who you trust.
Who you trust.
So that's the peace I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the peace that is influenced by events in our lives or situations in our lives that, oh no, because the Lord did this, then I'm at peace or now I'm happy.
Yeah.
Or because the Lord has provided such a wonderful roof upon my head, now I'm at peace with God. No. I'm talking about the peace of finding rest totally in God because of who He is and what He has done in your life. Not what He's doing, but what He has done in your life, saving you.
Despite what's happening around you.
Despite of the situations around you. Because at the core of everything, we need to remember that we are dead.
Yeah.
So dead people do not have expectations. So if a dead person does not have an expectation, what will you be disappointed with?
Yeah.
If a dead person knows that this is just the way.
But it's not easy to die though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need to allow God to deal with us.
To deal with us, yeah.
And I know it's not going to be easy, man, because we all struggle with our own ways. And the Lord just answers us in different ways. And you're just like, Lord, Mara, that's not how I wanted this to be.
Yeah.
You know, because I always remember a part where I was praying for for accommodation or even from provision so that I can be able to even provide food at home, you know, because I was staying with my younger sister and she was paying everything. And I was like, "Yay! This is not making sense."
Sister and younger.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
And I was like, "Lord, this is not making sense." And I was like, "Lord, provide that I will be able to provide."
Yeah, we're not in the serious conversations today.
So,
Talking
no.
about that.
Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned a lot, and please do not forget to subscribe and like if you like what you have heard, and also remember to share it with a friend so that a friend can share with another friend who will learn from it. And comment below with questions if you have any, and we are going to handle it for you.